20 seconds.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM. This is Fighting Indians Football. Christian FM presents Fighting Indians Football with Matt Paris, Ronnie Self, Gary Paris, and Paul Tipton.
It was an early December night here at the Citrus Bowl when the Fighting Indians season came to an end against Miami Palmetto in the Elite Eight as they were vying for a state title, but it came up short. Since then, it's been off-season workouts, 7-on-7, and spring practice is going to culminate today with an afternoon matchup here for a spring jamboree. Hey there, Vero Nation. Welcome to Fighting Indians Football. We're so glad that you're here. I'm Paul Tipton along with my host, Gary Paris, as we get this game underway. Some answers to be had here today as the Fighting Indians will start on offense, Gary, as they get started from the 30, and we see Maurice Smith come in and get the first snap of the game.
A good safe call, a little swing pass to the outside, a little screen blocking by Andrew Klepstein, makes the catch, picks up about 4 yards.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Indians. Smith's got 3 receivers on the right side. Little fake inside, a quick slant is incomplete. It looked like he was heading for Ephraim Floyd, who had a great season last year with 50 receptions, 688 yards, and 7 touchdowns, but not able to bring that one in, GP.
That's a good throw. I mean, that's real timing throw right there. The ball got on him what you want. I think Ephraim, just spring and everything, he makes that catch in the fall.
This is a spring jamboree. You've got 4 teams here today. Vero Beach is taking on Gallie, the Commodores, who had a great season. They had about a 3 or 4 round playoff season. Toss is going to go to the right. A good move to the outside. Shaking on a few tackles, and Floyd able to get the Indians a first down. Excuse me, that is Smith, James Smith.
Yeah, James Smith, very fast receiver, comes from the left side, a little shuffle pass right there in front, and he gets the first down.
And a flag's going to stop this play. Vero's going to get a motion call.
Yeah, they had T.J. Johnson jumped offside. T.J.'s a great athlete for a Gallie. Not only is he a wide receiver, gets to play defensive, the secondary, and also walks up as a linebacker. Well, actually, they're calling that on Vero.
There's motion against Vero Beach. A little.
I stand corrected already.
Yeah, makes it 1st and 15. Back to the 40-yard line, but looks like they might get those 5 yards back as a freeze call. And O'Gallie jumps across the line, so we'll just call that even.
Yeah, I was just a little late on my call.
Saturday afternoon jamboree. You've got 4 teams here today. Vero Beach will play this first half, and then they won't play their second half until 6:45 when they're going to take on Coach Grudy and the John Carroll Rams later on tonight about 6:45. Got a lot of new faces for Vero Beach, including Maurice Smith, a quarterback, who takes and slings it out left side for Floyd. Floyd able to get past the 50 to the 45, and that will be a first down for Vero Beach as they make it into Commodore territory.
A nice quick read. That was a hitch pass designed to hit the open receiver. He hit Floyd that time wide open.
Trips to the right, single on the left. Klipstein, Smith, Floyd, and Jabeth out there on the field for the Fighting Indians, starting in that wide receivers. You got Quincy Rogers in the backfield along with Maurice Smith. Davis, Renaissance, Reeves, Stevens, Jordan down deep. Oh, man, a long shot for Smith just off the fingertips as Maurice Smith showing a little bit of that arm.
Wow, what a great read. What a great call by Coach Jankowski. James Smith would love to have that one back again because I think he may have lost the ball trying to find it coming out of his route there. And before he knew it, the ball was on top of him. That wasn't that bad a thrown ball.
9:57 first quarter. There's no score. Vero Beach with this opening possession. Currently the ball at the Commodore 45. 2nd and 10. Smith looking right side. Finds his receiver. Turning it upfield. It's Floyd. Floyd to the 35-yard line and should be enough for another first down.
Well, you get that zone coverage right there in that side like that. And what Floyd's doing, he's going down about 7 yards, doing a quick hitch turnaround. And the ball is all about timing and getting yards after the catch.
Move the chains, make it 1st down and 10 at the Gallie 35. A check to the sideline.
Well, you notice there, he's getting everybody up. They look, and then coach will give a signal.
And not sure if that was a offsides on O'Gallie or a bad snap on Vero.
Well,
that was, wow.
I think it's going to be offsides on O'Gallie. And I tell you, the guy that's probably saying, hey, man, is Dylan Rivers the center as he got knocked back into the quarterback.
Yeah, Gary, we were talking, getting ready for this game this week. We were talking about that offensive line has potential to be really, really good this year.
And some depth. That's the thing about it. Some young kids. They got some depth potentially to get everybody healthy.
Got 3 linemen that are not dressed out and playing today. They'll most likely, as Smith bobbles on the snap. I think he held onto the ball. It looks like they'll give it. I haven't got an official signal yet, but it looked like Smith got it back. No,
they're going to
give it a turnover.
Yeah, that's a quarterback has got to be able to read and find that ball. I don't know that the snap was too bad. You know, it was a little higher than normal, but I just thought he dropped it.
Well, this gives us an opportunity to go down to the sideline and check in with our guys. Let's start with GT Paris.
Hey guys, that was a great series. Other than that, I thought they looked very sharp to start with. Quarterback was on spot on all his throws. What he did there, it just took his eye. The snap was really at his helmet. He just was looking down the field, did not catch the ball. Other than that, they looked really, really sharp coming out here to start.
And the first big TO of the game, it goes to Gallie.
Well, this will give us a chance to talk about the Vero defense. Lost a lot of good players from that, especially on that front line. But we had some good players coming back, too. Brandon Neely, Chandler Taylor going to anchor, along with Matthew Bacon, who's getting a start as a freshman right now. He'll be a rising sophomore come fall.
He's had a great spring when you talk to Coach Leslie, and he earned the spot.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Commodores at their own 38. Henkel looking to swing it out left side. Finds his receiver, trying to turn it upfield. Good pursuit by the red shirts.
How about Spangler being out there? I mean, does a great job. The linebacker getting himself out there. We just talked about Bacon. Bacon gets to the outside. But how about Steven Spangler comes up and makes that, pushes his man back, makes the tackle for a loss.
One of the returning receivers, Stafford, with the catch there for the Commodores. Makes it a 2-yard loss thanks to the pursuit by that Vero defense. 2nd and 12 coming up. Henkel looking to fire right side, finds his receiver, trying to turn it upfield. And again, good pursuit by the defense and that linebacking core.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw that team. They're moving to the ball. Everybody's coming up, flying up there to make a hit, and that's what Coach wants to see his team be able to do on every play.
So T.J. Johnson in the backfield has not touched the ball yet. It's a 3rd down and long as Henkel takes a look to the left for his offensive coordinator. He's got trips left, a single to the right, and in 3rd and 9, handoff will be to Johnson, trying to break some tackles, able to push ahead, but he will not make the 1st-yard marker, and it looks like it'll be a 4th down. Now, generally in these spring games, Gary, they don't really utilize the special teams a whole lot.
No, they don't, and they can punt here if they wanted to. You just can't rush on it. But Michael Gould came up and made that nice play right there on that running play.
Looking at a 4th and 5 at the Gallie 48-yard line as we approach 7 minutes remaining first quarter with no score.
Trying to draw Vero offside. That was that whole play right there. Clap your hand and try to get Vero to jump. They're going to call timeout.
Yeah, play clock's coming down here to inside 5 seconds, and they will just take a timeout here. or take a delay and back them up 5.
And let me just...
they took a timeout.
Yeah, let me just say this about a Gallie. Chris Sands did a fantastic job last year. They were 9-2. Their 2 losses was to Coco, who was a runner-up in getting the playoffs, and they went deep into the playoffs. And their final loss of the season was to American Heritage, who won the state championship for that class. So, a very good program. Last year, I believe they averaged close to 39 points a game and gave up, I think, around 23 points a game.
So, from last year's squad, you had Coate, you also had O'Neill, McKinney, Miller, Anderson, Hicks, Kelly, Drisdom, Gardner, and Brown, all on that defensive squad that are all graduated. We're going to see some new faces here as O'Gallie gets the punt away. He got 2 receivers back there trying to figure out who's going to catch it. But, Gary, you've got a lot of new faces, and we're going to have a lot of time to talk about this. But Bucky Rojas, Keyshawn Campbell's back, Michael Gould, Steven Spangler in that linebacker spot. Looking at a 3-4 scheme this year as opposed to what we've been doing, which has been a little more 4-3.
We've been a 3-4 all the time. We just played more 4-3 because we had the bodies to do it last year. Now, going back to that punt, that's got to concern a coach. Because I'm going to tell you something, it's a free catch. I mean, you got to put your hand up, but somebody's got to catch. Miscommunication. These are the things you learn in the spring.
So spotted at the 25 for Vero, who's down, or excuse me, there's no score. Handoff Rogers, who breaks a tackle. He's at the 45, midfield, inside the Commodore territory, down around the 44, 43-yard line.
That's a nice run by Quincy Rogers, the young junior running back, come flying up in there, got tremendous speed. He's not a very big back, but he's got strong legs, and he drives well as he picks up 31 yards.
Big first down. They'll spot it at the 44 of O'Gallie. Handoff again. Rogers off the right side. Trying to shake a few tackles. Gets forward past the 35, or excuse me, past the 40 to about the 39, 38-yard line.
I tell you what, that was a great surge that time by the offensive line. You saw the guys coming off. Sean Chase over there did a great job of getting his man and driving him back.
Floyd goes in motion. Pass, right side. And that's going to be for Jabeth. Jabeth trying to make some yards after catch. Gets past the 35. So about the 34.
Needed a little quickness more there on Dalton. Jordan Dalton, the right tackle, got bumped by his man. Got the first down. That's what you're looking for.
At the 34, first down and 10 as we're inside 5 minutes to go in the quarter with no score. Handoff Rogers hits a couple of yellow shirts and able to bounce forward to the 30.
Well, I tell you what, you got Anastasi up there, one of the guards. You got Stephen Chase and Dylan Reeves in a real great surge by that offensive line right there. You can see anytime you can get 4 to 5 yards, that's positive yards.
Second down, 6. Smith, pump fake, looking for a wide open receiver. Smith's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vero Beach.
How about the fake to his left to freeze the corner and the safety? And that allows Smith to get behind. That throw to the second level was right on the money. A beautiful head fake to the left and a nice throw right in to Smith for the touchdown.
The Smith-to-Smith connection gets us into the house for 6, and we'll check out to see if we can put an extra point on the board as well. Snaps there, the hold's there, the kick is up, it's through, and it is a 7-0 lead here with 4:14 left in the first quarter.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
Oh.
So 5 plays, 75 yards. It's a 30-yard pass and catch. Smith to Smith gets us into the end zone. It's a 7-0 lead for Vero Beach. 4:14 to go here in the first quarter. Now it's O'Galley's turn. Hinkle handing off to Johnson. Oh, a fake. Hinkle around the left side as Vero bought on the handoff, and why not when you got a big running back like T.J. Johnson in the backfield. Nice move. Picks up very positive yards for O'Galley.
Yeah, he picks up 8 good yards on that play. Great fake. You know, everybody thought the running back had it. But before you knew it, the quarterback was already to the sideline.
Sets up a 2nd down and 2. Coming up, 4:06 to go, first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for Vero Beach over O'Galley. Hinkle set for the snap. Fake on the handoff, but pressure in the backfield and goes down for a sack. Wow, what a nice play by the Vero D.
I'm trying to get that number. I believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, Neely. Could that have been our 39? Wow, we're going to have to get Brandon Neely. Got it. That's what I thought. Those 9s and 3s again, those numbers. That was
so
Brandon.
After a nice 8-yard game on first down, a sack puts them back almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It's a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Commodores at their 31. Johnson goes in motion. Pass. Slant looked like it was open, but just slight off by Hinkle. Falls incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, that was a zone pass in there. That receiver runs a little better route. And I think he makes that catch and gets the first down. He never gave his quarterback a real target. Quarterback had to throw to an area because of the pressure.
So they'll send back, Vero will send 3 receivers back as on these jamborees. They're just going to go through the process of a punt. And it will be caught around the 40-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10. So Vero's defense, Gary, showing some nice muster here as they have forced 2 3-and-outs on these 2 series by O'Galley.
And I tell you, the only thing that's hurt the offense has been the turnover because they've been moving the ball well. I love the way Vero's first unit is out there playing right now. Robert Leslie on defense has done a good job getting these kids. A lot of new faces.
Maurice Smith, rising senior, takes a snap, going to hand off to Rogers through the gut, trying to shake off some tackles and makes his way all the way to the 50-yard line, mark it at the 49 of O'Galley.
You know what, and you can notice how he runs right now. He runs north-south as well as you can see. His acceleration's fast. He lowers his shoulder, got his weight going forward. You tackle him, he's going to get positive yards even.
Inside 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for Vero Beach. Fake on the handoff. Quick one, Jabeth's got it, turning it upfield. Got some blockers and picks up positive yardage. Another 1st down for Vero.
All right, let me just compliment again. I'm going to say about Quincy. He picks up the blitz. If he doesn't pick up that blitz, that quarterback, Smith, is going to be sacked right there, and we don't get the 1st down. Good job, Quincy. Nice throw, nice catch by Jabeth.
Spot at the 38, 1st down and 10. Quick one out. Clipstein over the left side has it, turning it upfield, shakes a few tackles. He looks like he's got enough for another 1st down.
You know, GT can elaborate more on this as a wide receiver. You've got to block in this scheme because everything is some kind of short screen, and if it's there, they're going to throw that screen pass to the outside. Each receiver's got to block to help each other out.
Another 1st down, spotted at the 25. Handoff, Rogers up the gut, shakes a couple of tackles, picks up about 7 on the carry.
Wow, this line is doing a fantastic job. I'm going to tell you, Omarion Davis, Stephen Chase, Dylan Reeves, Rashawn Anasasi, and Jordan has done a great job blocking.
2nd and 3. Shuffle working around the right side or left side. They'll have enough for a first down. Gets stopped after about a 5-yard gain. And it looks like, well, yeah, we'll move the sticks one more time here.
A little chippy down there right now. Gallie's saying, hey, look, don't you remember we're 9-2 last year?
Some things will change for sure. And some things just don't. You get out on the football field and who knows what's going to be said out there. 1st down and 10, and
I'm telling you,
wow.
Dylan Reeves has been plowed over twice. I mean,
he's earning his lunch today. I can tell you that.
He's going to look over at Coach Jay and say, "Hey, man, how about not doing that one again? Okay, let me have another series before you do it again."
Old Pork Chop for Gallie is really trying to get the jump on that.
Pork Chop Hayes, and I'll tell you what, he's being looked at by a lot of Group of 5 schools.
Spotted at the 6 where it's going to be 1st and goal. Trips to the right for Maurice Smith. Ooh, movement at the line. And it looks like it's going to be another one on O'Gallie.
No, they're going to say Vero Beach. All right, let's
check in with G.
Yeah.
All right, we were talking about how Dylan's gotten bowled over. What they're going to call that is, and if they call it the way I saw it, Dylan, the center, gave a little false start with his head, and he jumped, and they reacted on him. So that was a good call by the ref. Dylan, I think he got tired of getting run over.
Yeah, I thought GT, I was going to say the same thing. Looked like he squeezed the ball or moved just a little bit there to make him jump.
He gave him a head movement. He bobbed his head up and down real quick.
We're just inside a minute to go in the first quarter. Vero Beach on a 1st and goal at the 9, trying to go to the right side and just off the fingertips of Floyd.
Yeah, that's a good route. That's what they call the quick out. You got the wide receiver going up the field. It leaves the inside receiver to run a quick out. He was open, the ball just a little bit out in front of Floyd.
2nd and goal coming your way. 47 seconds to go. First quarter, it's a 7-0 lead for Vero Beach over O'Gallie. 2nd and goal from the 11. Maurice Smith checking around. Play clock is inside 10 seconds. Down to 5. Got to snap the ball, and they just get the ball away. Smith going over the middle, had a receiver there. That was Floyd over the middle and couldn't bring it in.
Well, you got to try to get 2 hands up on that one if you can, because I'm not saying that was a easy catch at all.
A little bit behind him, but
it was a little behind him, but one hand's not going to bring that pass in. That's going to have 2 hands up there if he could have got it. And he's such a great receiver, so how do you critique a kid that's been caught 50 balls last year for you and a bunch of touchdowns?
3rd and goal. Looking over the left side, and the corner is open. A little pressure comes in, and no flag. Wow. Boy, you could have got a pass interference. Yeah. Instead, it's 4th down, GP.
It looked like contact in the front as the defender was coming up. He never turned back to the ball, and he just kind of laid up into the body of him there. That could have been called. But, again, I like to think that's a good no call. You know what I mean? That could have gone. So, to me, that's just a good no call.
37 seconds remaining. 4th down for Vero. And they're going to go for it. Twin receivers on either side. Rogers set up on the left side of Maurice Smith in the backfield. Jabeth's going to bring it in a little tight. Smith looking over that right side, looking for the corner route. It's caught. Signal touchdown.
Wow, what a throw and what a catch. I mean, to get 1 foot down, I believe that was...
It looked like Floyd.
It looks 19, if that's him, that's
yes,
Floyd. Wow. Again, he got both his hands up on that one. That ball was just laid right over the defender's body, his head, and his arms, and the only person that could have caught that was Floyd. Question was, would he get his feet in? And he did.
Set for the extra point.
Cameron Diaz, Perez, brother.
And that one looks a lot better than the first one.
Yeah.
And it's 14-0 in favor of Vero Beach.
The safety of young athletes is priority one. The professionals at Pro Sports and Elite Rehab in Vero Beach are the official physicians for Fighting Indian Sports. Vero Beach High trusts them with their athletes. We thank them for helping to make this broadcast possible. They offer care in orthopedics, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. More at prosportsandeleterehab.com.
A primary care physician can be your partner in health and wellness. Cleveland Clinic Indian River Hospital's primary care physicians provide a wide range of services at convenient locations across the Treasure Coast. And because your safety comes first, we've taken extra measures to make sure you're protected. Learn more at ccirh.org/primary care. Go Indians!
How about that for Vero Beach? They start from their own 40-yard line, march down 60 yards, and get an 11-yard reception for Floyd into the end zone, and it is now a 14-0 lead for Vero Beach. Still 29 seconds remaining first quarter. We're here at the Spring Jamboree as Vero Beach taking on Gallie here at the Citrus Bowl.
That was on fourth down, too.
And it was.
That was a fourth down play.
It's time now for Gallie. Hinkle's going to hand off. Johnson, a little stutter step in the backfield. He shakes a couple of tackles, trying to get to the edge. Now a little bit of a foot race. Still on his feet. And finally tripped up around the 25-yard line of Vero Beach.
Wow. How about the move? How about that little stutter step move to get outside? He froze everybody. Everybody broke to the inside. He breaks to the outside, and his acceleration speed is unbelievable when he made his move as he got to the outside. I thought he might be going all the way, but good job. I don't know who made the tackle. I saw too many red shirts down now.
About a 46, 47-yard run for Johnson. First down and 10 for the Commodores, now in Vero territory, the first time so far in this ball game with 16 seconds remaining. And a timeout's going to be taken by Gallie here. And with that, it gives us a chance to check in with Ronnie Self and that defense. Ronnie, defense, a lot of new faces, but so far they've been playing well.
They have, Paul, and, talking to the coaches before the game on the defensive side, one thing they were looking for was communication and that they lined up correctly and that they had sure tackling. Up to that last run, they've had pretty sure tackling. They've been able to line up correctly, and they've been able to communicate well, so they've been playing well defensively.
All right, good to have Ronnie out here along with GT, and later tonight, Matt Paris will be here to join us for the second half when Vero Beach will take on John Carroll. That will be about 6:45 tonight. Gallie, when this game is finished, is going to take on Westwood. And then Westwood will take on John Carroll. Then John Carroll will take on Vero Beach to finish up this Jamboree tonight.
I'd rather get my half done. Get both halves back to back.
Yeah.
And get it over with instead of waiting around. But Vero's the host team. So somebody had to do it. So it's
true.
Vero Beach.
That is true. So that is good point, Don. Don reminded me that's the first down for the Commodores. That's actually the first time they've been on this side of the 50.
Excellent run by T.J. Johnson. Yep. Beautiful run.
So Hinkle taking a look to the side. He'll have twin receivers on the left, a single to the right. Fake. Bobble trying to fling it out. He's got a receiver out there. Good catch. Trying to spin off a couple of tackles and stopped around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's the good defense that time. And should have been a little flag on that play, but that's going to be the end.
And that looks like that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. And Vero Beach able to make the most out of 2 of 3 possessions in that first quarter to get some scores, and they lead 14-0. Stick around. Second quarter's coming up right after this.
Fighting Indians football on Christian FM is a great thing for our community. JW from Barker Air Conditioning, proud to sponsor another great season. Quick response to service calls is how we built our reputation at Parker Air Conditioning, because we know how critical it is. With 65 skilled employees and over 40 trucks on the road, Parker Air Conditioning has the manpower to respond to your service calls in this hot South Florida heat. Parker Air Conditioning has 24/7 service, and we answer calls on weekends. Parker Air Conditioning stands for service.
Wild Time Catering is wild about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. One of the ways they spread love in our community is by cooking up lunches and dinners from their supper time kitchen. All entrees and fixins are prepared by their local and experienced crew with family budgets in mind. Thanks to Wild Time, spelled T-H-Y-M-E, just like the fresh herb. 35 lunches and dinners are available at suppertime.kitchen. That's supper, T-H-Y-M-E .kitchen.
This is Vero Beach Fighting Indians football on Christian FM. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Well, welcome back here, Vero Nation. Glad you've joined us here on YouTube for our special broadcast. It's the Spring Jamboree, and we've got some news that we're going to be sharing with you a little bit later, right after this game is over with. So I hope you can stick around for that, because we got some exciting news to share with you about a new partnership with Vero Beach High School and Christian FM Sports, and how you'll be able to view the games come fall if you can't make it here to the stadium. Second quarter underway as Hinkle swings it out right side, finds his receiver, but a lot of pursuit by those red shirts. Wow, Gary, I am so impressed by the defensive pursuit so far in this ball game.
That was a fantastic job by Pollock coming up and making that hit that time on the receiver after he caught the ball, keep him from getting a big first down.
Picks up about a yard, make it a 3rd down and 5 for the Commodores. The ball is spotted at the 18-yard line. 14-0 lead for Vero Beach over Gallie. Both of these teams went deep into the playoffs last year. Direct snap to Johnson, trying to go a little wildcat, trying to get to the outside. Again, good pursuit by the red shirts.
I tell you what, that was just fantastic. How about Blake Bales comes flying up from his corner position, avoids his block, and he's the first one to make that hit. Brings up 4th and about 1.5 yards, and this good call here to go. You're going to go for it down here.
Yeah, looking at a 4th and 2 at the 15. Johnson looking for another direct snap. Now he fakes, he's trying to go left, cuts back to the middle of the field. He gets stopped, though. Did he make it enough?
I think he might be short. I think he is short, and that's a great
turnover
job.
on downs. Wow, good job defense.
How about Chandler? Taylor Chandler does a great job of getting up there and making that first contact. And then here comes Gould. Here comes the rest of the linebackers and the safeties flying up there. Good defense right there.
So that's going to force turnover on downs. Vero's offense will head back out on the field. Spot the ball at the 15. And Vero Beach gets set. Twin receivers either side. Rogers in the backfield along with Maurice Smith. Smith looking over that right side, fires, finds his receiver, Floyd. Floyd able to get towards the corner, and it will be looks like about a 4 or 5 yard gain, it looks like.
That's a nice quick throw out there. Throw was a little behind him, a little low, but he makes a nice adjustment, Floyd does. Catches that ball, helps his quarterback out. Good positive yards on the very first play of this drive.
6 yard gain, puts it at the 21. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Fighting Indians as we approach 10 minutes remaining second quarter, and a 14-0 lead for Vero Beach. This time we'll set up 3 receivers to the left, a single to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Smith, high snap, brings it in, fires, finds Floyd. Floyd shakes off 1 tackle, getting to the edge. He's at the 30, 35, midfield. Trying to stutter step and into Commodore territory, steps out around the 46-yard line.
How about the blocks out there helping him out? There was just standing, putting a body in the way. You can't peel back and hit a defensive player, but they got in the way, allowing Floyd to bounce outside. Dawson and Jabeth did a great job of doing, actually Troy Smith, rather, the number 4, did a good job of blocking them.
Picks up 38 on that catch and run. High snap, Smith finds it. He's just going to run it. And he does a good job of making the most out of a bad situation, picks up 2.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that was a bad snap, high snap. I mean, it almost went over his head. His athleticism, he dropped, knocked it down, picked it up, and picks up 2 yards. That's athleticism.
Got one of those rare, fortuitous bounces, Gary, because, I mean, you never know. Actually, we've been told there's a new center in there, so there's, you know, little nerves probably going on there right now. As somebody named Paris, I think, is playing center right now. Would that be a grandson there, Gary?
That would be a grandson. Paul is a...
You know what? He's got some nerves. That young man, he's doing an awesome job, and he's just, I guarantee you, he's just amped up right now.
You talk to the coaches, and they said he's had a great spring. He was going to get a lot of playing time today because he's one of those young linemen that we talked about depth. He's going to be the one to be contributing to that depth of that line.
Yes, sir. Second down, Rogers gets the handoff. Wow, too much penetration, and it'll be a big tackle for a loss, about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, that's, you saw just a linebacker blitz that time. Actually, how about making it a safety blitz? Comes flying up there on that situation, read it well, and the safety comes flying up there to make that hit, and that was Chambers. That was Jamas Chambers comes up for a Gallie and makes that hit.
So turn it into a 3rd down and 6 for Vero Beach. Ball spotted at the Gallie 42. Smith looking. He's looking for a receiver. He's got his receiver there. It's caught. Touchdown. How about that play? James Smith, second one today.
I mean, I tell you what, James Smith is just beating his man to the outside. And again, give your quarterback a credit for a little look to the left, and then he comes right back and hits that. That's been open 3 times today. One, they just couldn't get on the first one. The last 2 times, it's been a touchdown.
And good to see James Smith getting some catches in here, Gary, because last year, you know, he just wasn't seeing the ball that much and had some struggles. And so good to see him as he'll be a rising senior and definitely looks to be one of the main contributors for this offense in the fall.
Great speed, as you saw.
You just saw it, yeah. Extra point is up high, but it's going to be wide, and so it'll be a 20-0 lead for Vero Beach here in the second quarter.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
Getting back in the game after an injury may need a rehab assignment. Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian are Fighting Indians fans whose mission is to heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back in the game, on the field, and back in life. Longevity Rehab offers both physical and massage therapies, and most insurances are accepted. Go Indians!
So 4 plays and 85 yards. How about that? A nice big 42-yard reception for James Smith. Gets his second touchdown of the afternoon, and Vero Beach enjoying a 20-0 lead over Gallie with 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Paul Tipton, Gary Paris, along with Don Dexter up here in the booth, and down on the sideline is Ronnie Self and GT Paris as the Commodores now find themselves in a hole down 20-0. Handoff is going to go to Johnson. Johnson able to weave his way to about a 6-yard gain.
All right, now you got a lot of young kids now are starting to fill in some of the spots here as we get into the midway through the second period here. And the thing you teach young kids on defense is find the ball. Get your eyes on the ball. Once you're on the down linemen or linebackers, you got your drops. You read run first, then you check for pass, you drop for pass. If you don't see the run, you get back to your drops.
Hinkle at quarterback for Gallie has 3 receivers on his right, a single to the left, and 1 back in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd down and 4. Handoff to Johnson, trying to bounce out to the right. Able to weave his way, and it looks like he's just got enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, he squeezed in there. And the difference between that first unit and the second unit right now is the little hesitation, trying to find and feel their way through here. That will come the more time, more plays you get, the more reps you get right now. You saw that on that play before in that first quarter and a half. Vero was flying to the ball. That time they were waiting till the guys kind of got there.
First down and 10 for Gallie. Hinkle checks to the sideline. He's got his 4 receivers set, 3 left, single right. 6:39 and counting in the second quarter, and a handoff going off the left side. And this time the defense steps up and makes a tackle, maybe a 1-yard loss here.
I'm going to say Nathan Gwynn comes flying up and making that hit that time. Big Nate, big old tall, stringy-looking guy, but he is aggressive. He's been sick here. He's missed a few practices because of being out of practice and being out of school, but he did a great job on that play.
2nd and 11. Hinkle dropping back. Pressure comes, steps up. Now he's got looking to fling it downfield. Oh, he had a receiver. The receiver kind of stopped on him.
Yeah, well, you can't ask Hayes to do any more than what he did. He thought he was going to block. He thought he was going to run. So Hayes, the wide receiver, turned away from the quarterback and went to hit a defender, and the quarterback threw the ball.
So 3rd down and 11 coming up for Gallie. They're at their own 40-yard line, down 20-0, right at 6 minutes remaining, second quarter. Hinkle's going to roll out, looking for his receiver. Nice catch, but will not be anywhere near enough for a first down or even a big 4th down try, so it looks probably like a punt time.
Yeah, that was a great coverage that time by Vero Beach, as they were all over that play. As here's a guy we haven't talked much about in this game, but what a great year he had. Keyshawn Campbell last year had a fantastic season last year. He had 56 total tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, and 2 fumble recoveries. I mean, he was all over the field last year.
Punts away by Rouse. Floyd will catch it right around looks like about the 20-yard line. So how about this, Gary? So Gallie has had 4 series. 3 of them have been 3 and out with a punt. The other one was turnover on downs.
And the one time Indians did not score, they turned the ball over also.
Correct.
So, and they were in good field position when they turned that ball over with. So I see a lot of positive things out there right now.
So from the 20, Vero Beach will get its 5th series, I believe, here on the afternoon. Quincy Rogers out to the left side, able to bring that in and is able to pick up some positive yards, picks up about 7 or 8 yards on that, and it brings up 2nd down for Vero Beach.
Well, you know, the running backs last year caught over 46 passes out of the backfield between Bobby McMillan and Reggie Ferguson. They did a great job of catching the ball. That's part of this arsenal of offense we have, is running backs catching the ball, and we saw it there.
Yeah, Ferguson is actually not dressed out today, so you don't get a chance to see him today, as Nehemiah Cross at quarterback.
That's a series that he's in right now. Now, he ran into his own man, and I think one of the offensive line, Orion Davis, said, oops, I think I should have been upfield a little bit more. Big down here. Now, see, Nehemiah comes in on Nehemiah Cross. It comes in on certain packages for Vero Beach.
Cross will set up with twin receivers on either side. It's a 3rd down and 2. Fake, rolling out to his right. He's looking downfield. He's going to fling it. He's got a receiver there, and it's caught for a big first down in Gallie territory.
I think that's Ethan Floyd coming across as he went from left to right. It was a rollout to the right, and I tell you what, he was able to get across the field on that play. Good job by Nehemiah Cross of avoiding any kind of contact, throwing a nice pass. Good route, good catch by Floyd.
Picks up 32. Now in O'Gallie's 40-yard line, 1st down and 10. Inside 4 minutes to go before the end of this half. And a 20-0 lead for Vero Beach, but Vero is on the move again. Rogers going to shift from the left to the right side of Maurice Smith. who's got 3 receivers to his left. He's looking that direction. He's going to let it fly down the sideline, looking for Clipstein.
Oh.
Guy all over him, and no flag. Wow. Wow.
Clipstein was very upset. He looked at the official and said, he grabs my arm. I don't have a chance to catch it. And the official said, nah, that was pretty good defensive play, obviously.
So it'll be second down. Smith waiting for the snap. Looking on the right now, back to his left. Underneath it is Floyd. Floyd trying to turn it up and is upended near the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 2-down territory. Brings up third down now. Again, that's one of your little crossing screens right there. Line gets down middle screen. And
excuse me, that was Smith, not Floyd.
Yeah, James Smith makes that catch and comes on across and gets about, 8 yards on the play. And now it gives you 2-down territory to get 2 yards.
So put the ball at the 32-yard line. It's a 3rd down and 2. 2:56 and counting. Second quarter, 20-0 lead for Vero Beach. Up under center, Smith, quick handoff, and it is an easy, easy first down.
It's called heavy, the heavy package. Now watch, you see how many of those big guys go off the field right here because they have a group, unless they continue, that's called heavy, and they got a couple of them, you see them 70s and 60s going off the field. They got up there, they get to the line of scrimmage fast, they hike the ball before you can make any adjustments, and they had easy 2 yards.
You know, Gary, what I'm most impressed about is you go from being in the shotgun to being up under center. That's not an easy change to make.
Not an easy change to make.
Floyd around the left side, off the shuffle pass, still on his feet. Wow, what a good surge. Ephraim Floyd last year, Gary, really showed up in about week 3, and we started to see this young man emerge as one of the top receivers. The thing on him is one guy is not going to bring him down.
He has got a tremendous fight in him. He churns his legs. He doesn't quit. That's just competitiveness. You can't coach that.
2nd down and 7. Vero spreading it out now. Twins on either side. From the 26. Maurice looking pump. Now he's always got a wide receiver wide open on that side. It's caught at the pylon. Touchdown.
Oh, what a catch. What a catch over there on that. That was Brock Thomas, who he got flagged for spiking the ball after the touchdown, which you can't do and spin it. I don't blame him because I think I'd have done that too because that was a fantastic adjustment. The quarterback had to throw it. He was under pressure. He had a blitz coming at him, and Smith threw it in an area, and Brock Thomas makes a fantastic catch. Unbelievable.
Could you make that kind of catch?
When I was younger, I might have, yeah.
I'm just curious. I mean, I've seen some film of you. I see that breakaway speed from the defensive backs, you know.
I did show that to you in a game.
You did.
It was a touchdown.
It was a touchdown.
And it was against New England. So, I mean, hey, what do you...
Waiting for the extra point now. Snap there, the hold's there, and the kick is up down the pike, and that makes it a 27-0 lead for Vero Beach with 90 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Vero Beach is looking pretty sharp here, Gary, offensively and defensively here. We'll get a chance after this half to talk to Coach Jay and get his thoughts on this, but so far, what's your evaluation?
Oh, I think that you love playing against you all spring. You got 20 practices. You bang heads against each other. You go out, you test. You really look forward to something like this. There's both teams. Last year, Gallie had a great, talented team. They still do. They got 4 or 5 kids that are going to go to college.
Yeah.
And some of them play Division I ball.
Yeah.
But you have to come together and find those athletes, and you have to build. Just like when we lost Jackson Nairn. We thought, who we're going to get? Well, Maurice Smith steps up, and he comes to transfers in, and it's fantastic so far. It looks great.
So after the penalty, Gallie will start from its own 45-yard line, down 27-0. 90 seconds to go before the end of the half. Hinkle trying to fire a quick slant. He was looking for Stafford. It falls incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
I tell you, he had a little heat on him that time.
Yeah, he did.
From inside as Roberts come flying in there. K1 Roberts come flying up in there and really made him change his routes. That defensive end did a good job. He's a thin guy, but very quick, as you saw there.
On 2nd and 10. Quick check to the sideline. Twin receivers on either side for Hinkle and the Commodores. One back in the backfield. Handoff is to Johnson. Stutter steps, breaks out to the outside on the right. Keeps his legs moving and picks up 10 to 11 yards and a 1st down.
Well, he does it. You saw that, how he freezes you. That's great athleticism right there. He makes a little stab like he's going to the inside, gets everybody leaning that way. He cuts back to the outside, picks up 10.5, 11 yards.
Stick around because at the end of this half, we're going to talk with Coach Jankowski, and we got some exciting news to share with you as pressure coming. Hinkle's going to go down, and Roberts chases him down from the opposite side. Wow, what speed.
I mean, how do you line up on the left side and you just sprint all the way, and the quarterback's rolling out that way, and you tackle him for nearly a loss on that play by K1 Roberts that time. Way to go, young man.
Roberts will be a rising senior for the fall.
Well, we had him last year on JV, and he was just, you could see the talent he had. And I'm going to tell you something. He doesn't have a lot of weight. He just got a lot of quickness and desire to want to play.
Still got 1 minute remaining here as a timeout's been taken by Gallie to talk a few things over here. They've got a 2nd down and 10 coming up from the Vero 45. Vero Beach has had a lot of success so far in this first half of offensively. Maurice Smith has looked fairly sharp. I don't know the numbers at the moment, but earlier Don gave me some numbers. It said it was 10 of 14 for 118 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He's added another touchdown on that. So, you know, that's not a bad way to get your spring started.
No, and it's good. You know what coaches look for, both teams. Nobody remembers the score of these games. Nobody remembers that no matter what, next year.
Sure.
Because they're exhibition games. But what you look for is get your players on film. Get a number of players out there. And right now, both teams are getting a lot of guys out on the field. But if you're right now at Gallie, you want to see a successful drive out of your team.
Hinkle finds his receiver. Looks like Stafford over on that far side.
Yeah, what you're looking for is to put together a very successful drive. They got to understand there's 47 seconds left to go in this half of this game.
He didn't get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. Now down to 40 seconds remaining. Quick snap. Hinkle looking again, all tipped at the line, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was good pressure that time as the Indians were able to come from the inside on that time, and that was Patterson. Devon Patterson does a great job from his linebacker position. Just be a junior next year. Again, look at the young kids that are out there playing right now. That's what spring's all about. It's nice to have a 27-0 lead, but you also like to see a lot of different faces out there.
3rd down. 3 to go. Hinkle rolls out to his right. Looking downfield, pressure coming, and he will go out of bounds. Stops the clock at 26 seconds.
I'm going to kind of guess. Who do you think that was? K1 Roberts. Again, he accelerated to the outside, got the jersey, and just ran his guy out of bounds. Good job by K1. He's had a great playing series here, and that's what you're looking for.
Absolutely. 27-0 is the score. There's 26 seconds remaining. Vero leading over Gallie. 4th down coming up for the Commodores at the Vero 38.
I think it was a 4th down, maybe because they say.
So is it turnover on downs?
Turnover on downs possibly here. we had it as I had it as being this would be fourth down.
Yeah,
that's what I have.
I'm pretty sure this is fourth. Yeah,
I have it at fourth.
Yeah.
This will be a fourth down right now. They should have one more play.
Yeah, they're checking. It's good point, Don. Don's saying it's practice for the refs, which is true. I mean, these guys got to get back in the swing of things. So they're saying that it was fourth down.
No, it wasn't. No, I'm saying, we're getting from the sideline. They're yelling, no, it was fourth down. We mark the plays as we get them up here as they run them, and our guy had it. This would be fourth down on this play. So now Vero's got to call timeout because the officials should have allowed them time to get the guys on the field.
Right.
Because,
yeah, but it's turnover on downs, and they're not punting, so you got to get your offense on the field.
Yeah, you got to get –
right.
So, again, that was an officiating blunder to begin with.
Yeah.
And they on the field, not up here, but on the field. And so what happens now, you've got to – they did a good job of getting it under control.
Sure.
But what they have to do now is allow teams to regroup like Vero Beach because it had its offense out there.
Yep.
Need to bring its defense back on.
But it looks to me, Gary, like that's defense coming back. Yeah.
It's fourth down.
Yeah.
That's what
I agree with you because they started at their own 45-yard line, so they had to have gotten a first down. it's at least one first down. Yeah.
Yeah, they did, and that's what I was like, wait a minute, what do we – this is only this is fourth down.
So Hinkle back out with the offense, set to take a snap. He's got three receivers to the left side, but the right side of the line decided to get an early start, and so now they will back up 5 yards.
And listen, you got 26 seconds left. You're down 27-0. Have a little fun. Be creative. You know what I mean? Hey, Chris, go for it. Do whatever you want to do. Chris Sands, the head coach of Gallie.
4th and 7. Hinkle got pressure, trying to move outside the pocket, able to get to the sideline and then get shoved out of bounds, but he'll have a first down. Clock will stop at 18 seconds.
Yeah, that could have easily have been 15 more yards added on for a late hit. That could have easily have been that too.
So they'll spot it at the, the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Trips left. Hinkle looking down that right side. Stafford is there. Had it, lost it.
My
11
goodness,
seconds. Second down.
Was a great throw. I mean, by the quarterback, laid out. The quarterback's been under so much pressure.
He has.
He
Hinkle
laid that ball out there. The receiver does a great job of getting by everybody. And unfortunate for him, he couldn't come up with it.
11 seconds to go. It's second down for the Commodores. Hinkle looking over the middle of the field and is too high and too far. And it's third down and 10 with 7 seconds to go.
Yeah, what you're doing here now, you're almost, if you're a coach, you got this last play. You kind of work your man or prevent style, whatever you want to call it, but you don't let anybody get by you and you force them underneath you. If you can force the throw underneath you, then you've got a chance to keep them off the scoreboard.
Third down and 10 coming up with 7 seconds to go before the end of the half. Hinkle. Pressure, steps up in the pocket, fires downfield, finds his receiver, Stafford. Stafford trying to fight for some extra yardage, shakes off a few tackles, and gets into the end zone. Got a flag, though, and it's going to be a hold. This is going to wipe this one off. Oh, wow. What a good effort by Hinkle and Stafford.
Well, I don't blame one of their linemen for wanting to try to get away with it. You know what I mean? Because Vero has been all over
Yeah, they have.
their play. Now, the play can't end. The game cannot end
the half
on a
can't end, right,
defensive
correct.
flag. And
So I have an untimed down here.
yeah. And so he had time. Great throw. And I tell you what, when he makes the catch, that was a great run.
It was.
He actually literally fought his way into the end zone.
He did. He
Right
did.
there. Now, if you're Chris Sands, I look at things like that as being positive, and I say, I like this kind of an attitude.
Yep.
If we're going to come back and be 9-2 again or whatever, we got to have this kind of attitude.
Well, and this also carries over because they're getting ready to play another half here
Yes.
in just a little bit. So they'll take a break and then play their second half. So then now you start to build momentum for the second half. Hinkle's going to let it fly downfield. He's got a receiver. He got deep, and it's going to be a touchdown. That was Rodriguez with the score.
Well, again, what do? You never let a guy get behind you. And I don't care who, try to put a linebacker down there. You've got to have, everybody's got to back up. That ball was thrown. There should have been, where was the safety? Where was the corner?
Right.
And, I mean, those are things you look for. You look for where, in your defense, you strategize on the sideline, you get together and you look, say, hey, guys, how did we get beat deep? And not worried about this game, but it's a game in the future, Paul, that you
Well, you're
have
right.
to worry
Yeah,
about.
you're absolutely right because, right now this game was well in hand and it doesn't necessarily hurt you, but it's going to be a great teaching moment because, Coach Rahal, Coach Leslie, and those guys will talk to them about this because, okay, if it's a playoff game, that might have been the end of your season right there.
Absolutely,
Yep.
and that's what you try to do. You try to you try to learn. It's a learning process in every bit of everything you do. I mean, out here you learn. You'll have plenty of time to look at the film. Coaches will evaluate, look at the talent. The good thing about it is they got a lot of people on the field. Okay, that is and again, the mistakes will be corrected.
We'll take a quick break here. We want to have you stay with us because we're going to talk a little bit about this first half of play for Vero Beach as they'll be playing later on this evening around 6:45 against John Carroll for their second half of action. We'll also have a chance to talk with Coach Jankowski, and we've got some exciting news we want to share with you. Vero Beach wins this first half 27-7 against Gallie. We'll have more right after this.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2